Okay. Okay. Today class is basic structure of the C programming. The basic structure of C. The structure of C program defined by set of rules called protocols to be followed by programmer while writing C program. While writing C program. All C programs are having sections or part which are mentioned below. Okay. First one documentation section, next linking section, definition section, global declaration section, function prototype declaration section, main function, user defined function, definition section. Okay, user defined section, nothing but a definition section. Next function prototype and declaration section. Next main function. Okay, next documentation section. First one. Here we can give comments. We can give the comments about the program creation or modified date, author name, etc. in this section. The characters or words or anything which are given below. Okay, so the slash asterisk and asterisk slash won't be considered by C compiler for compilation process. These will be ignored by C compiler during compilation. Okay, nothing but comment lines are non-executable statements. When we execute a program, then what are the information inside comment lines? Those are not executable. Those are not executable. Okay, that is called a documentation section. In documentation section, we can comments about program creation or creation date or modified date, author name, etc. Those all are in that section. We can mention between comment lines. Between comment lines. Comment lines are non-executable statements. Comment lines are non-executable statements. Okay. Next link section. Next link section. Okay, header file that required to execute a C program. Header files that are required to execute a C program are included in this section. Okay, executable required to execute a C program are included in this section. Okay, but C library is not a part of C program. Okay, C library is not a part of C program, but is a part of C software. But is a part of C software. Okay, when we link up our program with our library by using this linking section. Okay, our program is link up C library by using this links section only. Okay, next definition section. In this section, variables are defined and values are set to these variables. Okay, in this section, variables are defined. Variables are defined and values are set to those variables. Okay, suppose pi value is there. Suppose pi value is there. Okay, what is pi value? Pi is equal to 3.141. Okay, this is the example. Okay, next global declaration section. In global declaration section, global variables are defined in this section. When variable is to be used throughout the program can be defined in this section. Okay, see here there are different types of variables are there. Local variables, global variables are there. Local variables nothing but those variables we can use within that function only. Within that function only. Okay, outside of the function also we can use variables. Those are called global variables. Global variables. Those variables we can declare the okay global variable section. Okay, next one here function prototype or declaration section. Function prototype or declaration section. Okay, function prototype gives many information. Function prototype gives many information about a function. Function prototype gives many information. Function prototype gives many information about a function like return type, okay, parameter names used inside the function, parameter names used inside the function. Okay, those all are Prototype. Function prototype gives many information about a function. Many information about a function like return type, parameter names used inside the function. Okay, next main function. Every C program is started from main function. Every C program is started from main function. And this function contains two major sections. And this function contains two major sections. Those are called declaration and executable. Declaration section and executable section. In declaration section, okay, we can declare the variables. In declaration section, we can declare the variables, and executable part, executable section, there we can mention the sub programs. There we can execute the sub subtasks. What are the subtasks are there? Those all subtasks are under this executable section. Okay, next user defined function. User can define their own function. User can define their own functions in this section which perform particular task as per user requirement. As per user requirement. Okay. Next, before this, what are the sections are there? First one, documentation section. In the documentation section, okay, what are the comments are there about program? Those comments you can write down, okay, on that section only. Okay, next one, linking section. Linking section, nothing but here header file is there. Header file is required. That header file link our program with C library. Okay, C library is not a part of C library is not a part of okay, not a part of C program, but is a part of C software. Is a part of C software. That's why we link C library with our program by using okay header file section, header files only. Okay, definition section. In this section, variables are defined and values are assigned. Values are set to these variables. Okay, in this section, variables are defined. You can define a variable and values are set to these variables. And values are set to these variables. Suppose example, pi value constant value, pi is equal 3.141. That value set to that variable. That value set to that variable. Next, global declaration section. In global declaration section, variable declared within the function. Okay, you can declare variables inside the function. That function only used variables, those are called local variables. Okay, before main function you can declare variable. Okay, that variable is called global variable. Okay, in global variable section, okay, what are the variables are there? Those variables are called global variables, and those we can use anywhere in our program. Anywhere in our program, any function can use global variables. Okay. Next, function prototype declaration. In function prototype declaration gives many information about the function like return type, parameter names usually inside the function. Parameter names usually inside the function. Next, main function. Every C program is started from main function only. And this function contains two major sections. One is declaration section. Second one is executable section. In declaration section, what are the variables are there? Those variables you can declare inside this inside that main function. Okay, that is called first part is declaration. When main function is over, then after must and should you can declare the variable. You can declare the variable. Okay, next executable section. Those are sub programs or sub functions are there. Those functions you can mention there. Okay, next user defined function. Okay, user defined function. A user can define their own function in this section, their own functions in this section, which perform particular task, as per the user requirement, as per the user requirement. Next, basics to write C program. You can see here below are few commands and syntax in C programming to write a simple program. Let's see all the sections of C programming. Hash include stdio.h. This is preprocessor command that includes standard input-output header file from the C library before compiling C program. Before compiling C program. Okay, then after main compiling means what? Okay, our C program stored in .c extension man. In .c extension man. Extension .c. Okay, file name extension is C. Okay, you can save our file. That file is converted into object file by using compiler. Compiler can identify any errors. Those errors are rectified by user. Okay, those rectified errors are rectified by user. Okay, ma. Next, Next, when the errors are rectified, then automatically .c file, .c extension file is converted into .obj file. .c file is converted into .obj file when the compiler compiles the source file, and that source file is converted to object file. Okay, then int main, this is the main function, okay, from where execution of any C program begins. Okay, main function nothing but the execution part is started there only. Execution part started there only. Any C program execute from there only. Okay, next, this opening brackets indicates the beginning of the main function. Opening brackets indicates, okay, beginning of the main function. Okay, this is comment. Okay, comments are two types. Comments are two types. One is single line comment, the second one is multi-line comment. Single line comment, the second one is multi-line comment. This is multi-line comments. Next, here two slashes. This is single line comment. Okay, comment lines are two types. Single line comments and multi-line comments. Single line comments and multi-line comments. Okay, single line comment means only one line, and multi-line comments means more than one line comments are there. This is starting and this is ending of that. Okay, next, printf hello world. Printf command prints the output onto the screen. Printf command prints the output onto the screen. Next, getch function. This command waits for any character input from keyboard. This command waits for any character input from keyboard. Okay, return 0. This command terminates. This command terminates C program. This command terminates C program and return 0. And return 0. This indicates the end of the main function. This closing is indicates the end of the main function. End of the main function. Okay, next, a simple C program. Below, C program is very simple and basic C program, and basic C program and basic C program language. This C program displays hello world. Okay, in the output window, and all syntax and commands in C programs are case sensitive. Case sensitive, and also each and every statement should be end with semicolon. Should be end with a semicolon. Okay, is a statement terminator. Semicolon, which is a statement terminator. Okay, main function printf hello world get ch return 0. Return 0. Okay, next here, documentation section, C program basics and structure of C program, author, fresher start. Here we can write down at the rate of yahoo.com. Okay, next dated 2020. Next, here include std, this is linking section. Next, global declaration section. Next, definition section, function declaration. Okay, next, here you can see in main function. Okay, in main function. Okay, what is int main function? Next, printf. This is C basic program. Next, total is equal sum of 1 comma 1. Printf sum of two numbers. Okay, total return 0. Int sum. This is user defined function. This is user defined section. This is definition section. Now, what are the values in A and B? A and B values here. Okay. A and B. This is called what a definition section. In definition section, they are taken written A plus B. Okay, here some values 1 comma 1. 1 comma 1 means here 1 plus 1. This is A value and this is B value. A plus B. Okay. Next, you can see on that first. Okay, basic structure of C programming. Okay, basic structure of C programming. Okay, on that, what are the basic on that basic structure of C programming? There are four different sections are there. On that first one, documentation section. Next, the document section. Next, linking section. Next, definition section. Next, global declaration section. Next, function prototype declaration. Next, main function. Next, user defined function. Okay, on the documentation section, you can enter what are the comments about the program. Those all are you can enter between these two symbols. Okay, hash teacher and hash teacher slash. Okay, example here, comment line 1, comment line 2, comment line 3, like that. Those you can enter. Then after you can mention here. Okay, that is one. Okay, next next here, linking section. Linking section, nothing but header files are there. Different types of header files you can use. Okay, there string functions purpose you can use string.h. Next, standard header file purpose you can use stdio.h. Next, conio.h header file. Next, any other header file, mat.h header file for mathematical function, those you can use. Okay. Next, function prototype and declaration section. Function prototype gives many information about function like return type, okay, parameter names used inside the function. Okay. On that function prototype declaration section, function prototype gives many information about a function like return type, next parameter names used inside the function. Next, main function. Okay, main function. Every C program is started from main function, and this function contains two major sections called a declaration section and executable section. Declaration section and a executable section. Next, user defined section. Next, user defined section. User can define their own function in this section. User can define their own function in this section which performs particular task. Which perform particular task as per the user requirement. As per the user requirement. As per the user requirement. Okay, basic to the basics to write a C program. Okay, how we can write a C program? In C program, master ensured you can start with a header file. That header file started at the top of the program. Before that header file, master ensured you can use or you can't use the comment lines. Okay, that is documentation section. In documentation section, you can use only comments only. You can use only comments. Okay. Here include stdio.h. This processor command that includes standard input output header files from the C library before compiling C program. Okay. Here you can see what is our source code is there. That source code is can't that source code we can execute. Okay. Before that execution, first we can compile that source code. That source code compile. After compilation of that source code convert into object code. That source code convert into object code. Okay, compiler can convert the source code into object file. Okay, .c file to .obj file. Okay, there is errors. Those errors are rectified by user. Again, compile that program and then after it creates a object file. Okay, when the object file is created, that object file is continued with linker. Okay, linker nothing but here. Okay, our C library is not part of C program. C library is a part of C software. That's why linker can link up our program with the library. Okay, that purpose we are using hash include stdio.h header file. Okay, that header file. Okay, before compilation C program to link with our library. Okay, then after main function. Main function is main. Where is the main function? There is the execution start. Their execution begins in C program. Their execution begins in C program. Okay, next you can see here, okay, opening braces beginning. Okay, these braces indicates the beginning of the main function. These braces indicates the beginning of the main function. Okay, on that there are different types of comments are there. Those comments you can use single line comments and multi-line comments. Single line comments and multi-line comments. Okay, only single line purpose we can use two double slashes, so that is single line comment. Okay, comment lines are non-executable statements. Okay, when we are using in C program, okay, on that C program, comment lines are non-executable statements. Okay, program is executed, but comment lines are not executed. Compiler can identify by using those symbol double slashes or slash asterisk and asterisk slash. Those are comment lines. Those are non-executable statement. When compiler can identify those symbols, then those are comments. Those are ignored by compiler. Okay. Next, then after you can use printf statement. Printf statement is output statement. Okay, you can read the information by using printf statement. Okay, printf command prints the output into the screen. Okay, get ch. This command waits for any character input. This command waits for any character input from keyboard. From keyboard. A return command terminates C program. Terminate C program. Termination purpose we are using return 0. Okay, so some of the programs they are automatically terminated. Sometimes it returns 0 value, then terminated. Okay, indicates closing is indicates the end of the main function. Closing is indicates the end of the main function. Okay, next a simple C program. In that simple C program, you can see each and every line end with semicolon. Each and every line end with semicolon. That is the statement terminator. That is the statement terminator. Okay, there is end symbol, semicolon is there, then that is called okay terminator. Okay, ma'am. Next, below C program is very simple. The basics program in C programming language. The C program displays hello world in the output window. And all the syntax and commands in C programming are case sensitive. Okay, here you can see small I is there. You can't put capital I. Okay, small I into nothing, but this is a data type, integer data type. This is main function. Okay, next, here you can see documentation section starting with stitch slash, next stitch slash. Okay, this is called multi-line. This is called a multi-line. Okay, here you can put a single line comments also. Here you can put a single line comments. How you can put single line comments? This is single line comment. You can use here single line comment. Okay, but you can't use here multi-line comments. Okay, this is single line comment, and this one is multi-line comment. This one also multi-line comment. Okay, next in C programming documentation section only document. Okay, what is the C program and the structure of C program and the author name. Next date. Okay, those mention on that. Next linking section on that linking section. Okay, you can mention their header files, stdio.h, conio.h, string files. Are there those string related header files you can mention? Mathematical functions are there, and mat.h string related header files, string.h, those you can use inside a include. Okay, this is global declaration. Total is equal to 0. Okay, in programming, our all total programming, total value, starting value, initial value is 0. Initial value is 0. Definition section, int sum, int comma int. Here int sum, int comma int means here this is function declaration before main function. Function declaration section is there. On that function declaration section, you can mention the data type, function name, and argument list, parameter list inside that function. Those are mentioned. Okay. Next here, int main function. On that main function, int main function on that main function. Okay, printf statement you can write down. This is a C basic program. Total is equal to sum of 1 comma 1. This function is declared before main function. That's why here directly you can write down sum of 1 comma 1. Okay, print up sum of two numbers. Sum of two numbers total. Initial total value are 0. Okay, here sum of 1 comma 1. This sum of 1 comma 1 function, this is user defined function. Int sum of int a comma int b. Okay, here return a plus b. Function must and should return a value. Okay, procedure can't return any values. Procedure can't return any values. Only function can return a value. Return a value by function. Text output. This is a C programming. Sum of two numbers is 2. Sum of two numbers is 2. Okay, this is our C programming. Okay, basic structure of C programming. Okay.